Hey, how you doing? It's Erick from AHA, Americans Helping Americans, and Amp Live, the American Mentee Program, sponsored by Amp Live Media and VIP Exec Realty and Lending. Hope you're doing well. It's pre-4th of July. Hope you're out there having an awesome time. You're at the lake, the mountains, you're barbecuing at home, being safe, or playing it risky. Who knows, right? But the bottom line is that, hey, just want to say happy 4th of July for tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going live on a couple of channels here. Right now, we're going live on several different platforms, but just wanted to reach out and say have a very, very, very safe 4th of July from our family to your family. Hopefully, you're doing well out there and you're rocking and rolling. If you don't know who I am Erick from AHA, Americans Helping Americans, and Amp Live. AHA, Americans Helping Americans, is one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. That's our cause and mission. We're here to truly help our fellow creative real estate investing friends and associates. Whether you're from 18 to 80, we're here to help you. But hopefully you're barbecuing. So tomorrow, I don't know what you're doing, but I know we're going to probably be playing it safe. We're thinking of going to the lake or Lake Havasu or the mountains of somewhere. Some of those things are happening, but there's a lot on the plate right now. We got a lot of stuff that's rolling into 2024 and 2025. New cycle has emerged. It's here, and we're doing our thing, right? So, hey, maybe next year, or maybe summer's not over yet, right? So, I was going to say food. My gosh, man, yeah, love that food, right? I got my USA shirt on. Hopefully you're rocking and rolling. We live in one of the greatest countries in the entire planet. Good old USA of America. Americans first, in God we trust. That's right, I said it. Oh, my God, Facebook may shut me down and may close this and may do whatever. They may listen to all the shit on the video. But look, we're here, live and uncut. So this will either be edited or be edited out. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? The bottom line is a lot of stuff is happening. So hopefully you're gearing up for that. So there's going to be some lives tomorrow. So I'll probably see you tomorrow in the morning. I guarantee at 9 a.m. for one live, 2 p.m. for another live. We're going to be talking about sellers, right? Sellers that want to sell and sellers that need to sell. What's the difference? Why is it important? Why should it be important to you? Especially if you're in the real estate business, it should be important to you. It's called the art of the deal, right? The Amp Life method. That's what we call it. You can call it whatever the heck you want to call it. But is there a difference in sellers who want to sell opposed to I need to sell? Yes, there is. Is there good and bad and ugly in all of it? Of course, right? Some are geared towards agents and brokers. Others are geared toward real estate investors and wholesalers. And some are geared towards, depending on how you frame it, it's all good, right? You just got to have that funnel. When that funnel comes in and it goes through down there, you should have those little spigots to be able to have all those different exit strategies. And that comes from experience, right? Do what I did. Find a mentor, got mentored by them. And I offered tremendous value to them and picked the shit out of their brains and learn, and then created what we have now, the American Mentee Program, Amp Live, AHA, and all that other good stuff, right? But I'm here to share those things with you. We're going to be through the month of July, August, September, and then cruising into fall and winter, right? Some of the best times to find properties are in winter, fall and winter, and then cruising into springtime, right? But for right now, summer, we got a lot of summer promos rocking and rolling. There's going to be a lot of live free value and content. July, we want to have a meetup, so hopefully maybe post some stuff up in there. Tomorrow there will be a link if you have some questions for a little bit of Q&A. I'm going to post that link inside of the live, and all you got to do is click it, and you'll be able to, hey, you can hide yourself, hide behind whatever, or if you want to show your mug and you're like, hey, I'm go on and put me on camera, I'm good. I got a camera. I want to be on here live chit-chatting and talking all about sellers, investors, but we're really going to be talking about some of the sellers, right? Why they want to sell, why they need to sell, and how to vet them, how to work with them, right? Those are sellers that are highly motivated, and some are highly motivated, but they're geared towards a different type of exit strategy, right? I'm going to share that with you. Like I said, a lot of free content is going to be coming down the wire. I get it. Free is, anybody knows me, right? You got my 2 cents on what I think about free is, but somebody has to pay for it. We've paid for it. We're going to give it to you. We're going to share it with you. If it helps you out in the field, then awesome. If not, that's okay too, right? But I truly think that once you hear about what we're doing and how we do it and what type of value we're adding to your life, you're going to go, man, I love it. Guys and gals, I want to jump aboard. I want to help. I want to help others as well. right? It gets contagious. I will tell you a little short story, and then I'm going to hang it up because it's time to go rock and roll. As you can hear, we got rock and roll music rocking and cranking and all that good stuff. But the bottom line is this. Look, when I got started, I wanted to make sure that we created a business and created a real estate investment firm, hopefully in stuff that you're doing, whether wholesale, fix, flip, buy, hold, or whatever your operation is. But mine was to say, look, we're truly here to help you. Even if we got to walk away from a deal, then we will walk away from a deal. If it doesn't make sense, if red flags pop up, right? The seller's being difficult or the buyer is even being difficult. Not really in that case, but it's mostly all about the seller. If we can have the seller, and here back to the win-win, true win-win situation, it needs to be win for the seller, win for the investor, win for us. We get paid last, they get taken care of first. Investors right in the middle, right? If there is, unless we eliminate the investor and we just go straight to the seller and work it. We're always going direct. 99%, or I should say, about 99% of the deals are all direct to the seller. Mentees bring the deals to the table. We bring the deals to the table. We go out. But my story is this. I'm getting off topic. My story is this. Wanted to make sure that we built a business to say, look, it's about the brand, like Coca-Cola, right? It's not about me. It's not about who works here. Of course, those are the elements that make it beautiful and make it solid, and you got to have that juicy core to make sure that things are getting done the way they need to get done, right? It's all about the integrity and the loyalty and communication. Wanted to make sure, but also wanted to make sure that when we put that brand out there, that it was a sexy brand, right? That it was, it looked nice. It didn't look all crazy and ugly and, flat. We wanted to make sure that the brand represented what we're about. At the same token, I wanted to make sure that when we're working with sellers, that we're in our investors, that we're going to do what we say we're going to do. But at the end of the day, too, you got to remember, right? It's not a charity. It's for profit. So you're going to hear a lot of stories, and some people don't want to hear the stories. They're like, hey, just take the offer and move on. Some investors, a lot of nightmare stories about, a-holes and all kinds of stuff from investors. And it's a different jam out there, right? You'd be amazed at what you hear from sellers and how when they really let loose and say, yeah, this is what happened, that was happened. I said, look, we don't want to be like that. We're not going to ever be like that. And if we ever have a mentoring or coaching program of some sort, we're going to share the same traits so you can what? Enlighten people's lives, help them in whatever capacity that you can by becoming the expert in your field. That is the difference. That is the difference from survival. That is the difference from perishing in this business. You adjust, adapt, or you will perish, right? It's not going to happen if you're working with us or you find some good people that are willing to work with you to get you through the cycle, right? If hindsight's 2020, trust me, a lot of people make mistakes. I made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, right? I should have did this. I should have did that. Hindsight's 2020. But now when you see the writing on the wall and you can see the forest through the trees, right? That's a beautiful thing. That was the other thing. We just wanted to make sure that when we work with everybody that we're there to share the forest through the trees, to help you with your mindset and change those things so you can look at the landscape in a different manner. But back to the story is that the great one, I should say, first greatest feeling is rocking and rolling and playing on stage and entertaining people. That is awesome. The adrenaline rush is psycho and crazy. Some people ride motorcycles, race cars, jump out of airplanes and all that good stuff. Rock and roll is for me. The stage is for me, and that's what I love, and that's what component God gave me inside of my core. But at the same token, it's an awesome feeling when you help somebody. When they're at their last wits and there's like, man, my family, my uncle, my cousin, there's nobody here to help me out with my real estate issue. The bank's not willing to work with me. I got all these wolves and all these people that are, just trying to take advantage of me. And then we come along, right? And we explain these things. We build a relationship with them. We go that extra mile to make sure that we put everything in black and white so they know exactly what's happening, what's going to transpire, and then actually getting those things done as long as they're flexible and we're flexible with them and we put a plan together to help them. You should see sometimes, people are crying. They're thanking us. We get letters. We get testimonials and things of that nature. It's one of the greatest feelings on the planet to be able to help someone else out of their situation, right? And it's not to put the good, I always say, put that good into the bank or put all that karma into the bank of good, right? Not on purpose, but just because you do it. Just because it's part of the business, right? Some people think of investors as, oh man, they're sketchy, or agents are sketchy, or brokers are sketchy, right? And a lot of things have happened in the years of the past, right? Cycles and cycles before I even got started, right? We're in a new cycle. We're cruising in a new cycle, right? But one of the greatest feelings is helping your fellow American, helping someone with their property or their issue, whether it's single family, multifamily, or whatever it is. Just understanding that you're an expert, that you're an expert, and being able to walk away from deals and still enlighten other people, point them in the right direction. Maybe you don't get the deal, but maybe someone else is better suited to help them, or maybe it's just not a good fit for you and the seller, like us. We've been through that before, right? Or the seller's difficult and saying, you know what, we'd love to help you, but that's where the ego kicks in. And you said, you know what, you know you can help them, but they just say if they cannot help themselves or see the forest through the trees, then no one's going to be able to help them. They will lose their property. Other things will happen with their property. People are sometimes greedy as hell. It is what it is. The moral compass has changed, but that's our goal, and that's why we started AHA, Americans Helping Americans, is to change that, right? Change the customer service where, yeah, you know what? You are right. You are the customer, and you are right, right? You are the client. What happened to that? What happened to the moral compass in people's lives, right? The moral freaking compass. Very simple, right? Now we get FUs and, go die this and that through text and all that good stuff. Last cycle, people would call. Very nice. And say, hey, you know what? We're not really willing to sell, but that beautiful package you sent over and that nice, beautiful colored packaging and everything, the thick paper and all that good stuff you sent down in regards to wanting to buy my property, it was LOI, letter of intent. You don't need to send those anymore. I feel so bad opening that stuff up, But it got you to open up the package, right, ma'am? Yeah, it sure did. I was like, what is this, Christmas? Open it up and everything's in there, and they're like, I just feel so bad, because if you keep sending those, and I know they cost money, and I know we're not ready to sell right now. Don't worry about it. It's the cost of doing business. Hopefully you'll remember us in the future. Put it aside, and when you're ready to sell, give us a holler. Simple as that, right? And so those are little things that tell you that you're on the right track. When you know things are happening for you, and you got to look at the little wins and the little wins and the little wins, because they add up to bigger wins, right? And they also add up to you being on the right track. When things aren't lining up, then that means you got to rethink things. You still got to keep hammering so you can get back on the right track, even if the track is like this and all over the place, right? And you're thinking the track is just straight, right? It's not. You know that. Watch all those crazy memes and all that shit that's on, social media and everything, right? Now, I'm not saying anything bad about social media, but it has put a hindrance on a lot of stuff, a lot of things, and it is what it is. It's like the devil's advocate type thing. It's good and bad, and it all has its good and bad for everything. It's just adjusting and doing what's comfortable and what you think is needed for you. Go with your heart. Go with your gut. As always, the gut. The heart, man, can, kind of muddy some things up, right, emotionally, right? But you need that heart when you are, praying or doing affirmations or manifesting. You have to feel it and believe it, or it's not going to manifest and come to you or even happen, right? A lot of people get frustrated in this business, right? Oh, I keep calling and calling and calling and calling, blah, 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 blah. Look, frame it as money, money, money. Get off your butt. You're not picking up a hammer, right? You're not cutting some wood. You're not shoveling shit. You're not putting stuff in groceries and bags or whatever. You're not at a job punching a clock. And if you are, it's okay. So then if you frame it a different way and you're doing your job and you're doing this is the awesome stuff. This is stuff that's going to get you out of your job, your JOB. It's going to get you out of that frame of mind, out of being in that prison. Sometimes people exchange one prison for another prison, right? Whatever it is. But we do it to ourselves. But happy 4th of July. Tomorrow's 4th of July. Have an awesome 4th of July weekend. We'll be rocking and rolling Friday. We'll be back for Friday highlights and then some Saturday training and Sunday rants and raves. We'll see how things go, right? There's always emerging, always growing, always expanding, and being open-minded. That's what you have to do in this business of real estate, right? If you want to stay rocking and rolling, then you need to adjust, and you need to be flexible, and then you need to keep on rocking and rolling, right? Get with people, like-minded people like myself and others, right? They're out there. We know what we do is like no other. I can guarantee you that because I know what's out there. I just do. We look at it, we talk to thousands and thousands of people every freaking year to figure out what's going on, what's happening here. Same token, we're in the business, right? So we're actually in the trenches. We're talking with sellers. We got leads today that are coming in saying, I want 500,000. Or, hey, I'm not sure. I want to fill out this link online. Can you give me a call? Yes, I might be interested in an offer. Oh, I'm not ready right now. I'm working with my bank. I'm working on the loan mod. Oh, I don't want to sell my house. Then we're going back and going, okay, well, you might want to take care of that little issue with the bank. It's called an NOD. They recorded NOD on your property. If you need any help, definitely reach out. We'd love to speak with you. And we don't charge a dime to talk with us or to even work with us. Beautiful, lovely thing. And then that gets the conversation rolling, rock and rolling again. Because sometimes you got to pop in that human element. Unless you can do the AI to program all that good stuff, I'm sure it can figure it out here and there. But sooner or later, even me, I can tell it's freaking AI when it's coming back at me with this little typey stuff, or even on the phone, or even just period. You can tell truth from bullshit. But it is what it is. I'm not saying AI is bullshit. I'm just saying, when it's not real, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm not sure how many minutes I got in here already. I don't want to take too much of your time. We got 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes. Go ahead and watch this all the way through, back and forth, okay? Nothing to sell today, just celebration of the good old USA, United States of America, Americans first. Rock and roll in all that you do. Reach out anytime. I'm going to go ahead and do one thing right here. There's a little chat right here, okay? I believe you can do the chat. I'm going to type in what I believe in, and that is rock and roll in all that you do. PMA for positive mental attitude. Keep that mind going and rocking and rolling. We'll talk to you soon. There is a QR code right there. You can probably jump into a free consultation. I would employ you to do, free consultation. There's probably going to be some links down below. Let's chat. Let's talk. 15, 20, 30 minutes of my time. It's golden. It'll be worth it. That's my gift to you. It's my gift to everybody who's served as well. Thank you for your service if you have served in the United States of America, protecting us, fellow Americans. We appreciate you more than you freaking know. So, without further ado, once again, rock and roll and all what you do. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.